Hey Freak Show, how you doing? Today I'm going to be talking about the transition from the alpha to the beta for Cold War. Let's get into it. Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the transition from alpha to beta play inside of Cold War. First off, the very biggest change of the entire thing is player progression has been implemented. So you have to actually progress your player in order to unlock things to be able to play the game. Now with the alpha, since it was so short or only a couple of days long, they allowed everybody to just have a set class and then be able to throw on some class or some attachments to your guns, throw on perks, throw on wildcards, and have that all come together. With this, you actually have to increase your levels to be able to unlock different things, to be able to put stuff on your class. There are good and bad to it. So you have to level up to unlock the gun, and then the gun has to be leveled up in order to unlock attachments. There's a large grind there, which is great, but for a beta, it makes it feel like it's a little cumbersome to actually become a relevant piece into the game. Attachments are very, very, very huge for making this work, just how Modern Warfare was. The attachments make the gun. The attachments are what help produce an actual effective player. So each time you start a new gun, you have to start from scratch and you have to fight through everybody else having a kitted gun while you're trying to get this going. So work through the beginning of your leveling so that you're actually able to get a little bit of a uptick or a play through getting your attachments so that you're able to get a little bit better advantage using those attachments. So just work with it, keep through the grind. On the first part, you're probably going to be facing a lot of people who have very kitted guns, so you're gonna have to play a lot slower than them to start off. Now with that progression, the first day they had us capped at 16, and then the second day they capped us at 25, both of which have held off a lot of the improvements for the classes that you could get. I'm really looking forward to the gunfighter perk or the wild card that is gunfighter, so that I can actually throw on more attachments. I felt like the more attachments I had on my gun, especially in the alpha, the better that I played going in to alpha matches. Now with beta, I've had to actually fight people who might be a little bit ahead of me and therefore have a few more attachments than me, who have been able to hurt me more than I was previously. And so that part has kind of been a little bit frustrating in this regard, that I'm not able to do the meta, even though there's not necessarily a meta that is involved. For me personally, I've been using the XM4, the M821, which there's an actual word. It's the second SMG that gets unlocked at level 13, and then the Pellington. As far as a sniper rifle, I feel like those have been pretty fun as far as switching between the three. Assault rifles do very well, as far as the XM4 does really well. Of course, attachments help in that endeavor to make it a little bit better. Okay, so from alpha to beta, graphically is not that different. I know that there were a lot of people that were having issues with the graphics in alpha. I felt like most of that was being stemmed from the fact that they were watching a rebroadcast of a stream that was already being broadcast. So you have like a detriment of pixels, and then you have a detriment of pixels again. It really looks really good to me. I really don't think that there's too much that I could expand upon graphically. Now, as far as going from Modern Warfare to the beta or to Cold War in general, I do feel like a year's time of development has caused a little bit of a lackluster feel for it. It doesn't seem like there's something that's eye-popping. Now, of course, this is just a multiplayer, so I'm kind of comparing Modern Warfare's campaign to Cold War's multiplayer right now, which is not a fair comparison. But Modern Warfare's campaign was brilliant in far as getting graphics out and making things look really good. As far as audio and for guns, graphically and audio, I feel like guns were a better as far as a better go with Modern Warfare. From alpha to beta, they feel the same. There's not too much. There is a little bit of maybe an encoding adjustment. I feel like guns do sound maybe a little bit better. That might just be me getting accustomed to it instead of me, really thinking that there was something that actually changed. So I feel as though Modern Warfare has a better go at actually having a gun fight feel or sound better, look better, sound better. But when we come into the other side of audio, meaning gameplay audio, shots are able to be located. The footsteps are able to be located. So there were multiple times in Modern Warfare where I felt like shots were right across the hill or like just up the street or something like that. In this one, I can actually say that is actually right here, and I can actually go over there and find somebody. In Modern Warfare, it felt like something was 20 meters away when it was actually 460 meters away. Which is, a very big detriment. Tracking enemies with footsteps, I can literally hear someone run around my building and I can follow them exactly where they go. Obviously, they're using the fast run as far as clicking in the L3 compared to just moving with the L stick to be able to hear those footsteps better. Crouch walking is very reduced. If you are moving around, crouch walking will probably not be heard, but you can hear people from time to time who are crouch walking, depending on how fast they are moving. So, footsteps are much better. Gunfights don't seem, as far as gunplay and gun audio, doesn't sound as great. But from alpha to beta, I don't feel like much has changed on that. Now, as far as maps go, I feel like maps are fantastic on incorporating both the sniper and the sniper areas or whatever, especially on satellite. There's like all these sand dunes and everything. I really, really love that map. As far as I can switch from sniper into a assault rifle or a SMG because the cliff side gives a lot of short range combat along with the sand dunes giving a lot of long range combat. So I feel like they did a really good job, especially on that map, to incorporate both sides. When it comes to combined arms and that sort of stuff, I feel like sniper is really the only way to really play it. You could do an assault rifle. Assault rifle would be pretty good. It's just that there's so much open area. I feel like I have to snipe in order to be able to be effective. There's too much recoil as far as when you don't have attachments. There's a lot of recoil from trying to shoot across the map with like an assault rifle or especially an SMG. But anyway, the other thing that came different from the alpha to the beta was the VIP Escort Mode. I feel like they're going to implement a new map today. I haven't gotten to see that new map yet, but the VIP Escort Mode was on day 2 as far as for pre-orders. And it is basically search and destroy, except that you are just planting the bomb instead of actually planting a bomb and then having to defend it. So you have one person who gets their class taken away and is given a pistol, which is the VIP, and then you have your rest of your team trying to escort that person to the drop ship or the extraction zone. I only played this on Cartel. From round to round, the different extraction points actually transfer or move, which I found to be very interesting and very good. You can try and have someone clutch the game with being the VIP, just going in and extracting out of the zone, or you can try and team wipe the other team and actually win. Everybody goes down into a down state, kind of like how Modern Warfare's BR works, and then you can revive those teammates as long as they aren't thirsted. Now, if they're thirsted, they're out for the game. It is a very fun game mode, but I do not believe that I will be playing it very much, just in the sense that it is more or less a search and destroy type thing, and I am not a huge search and destroy fan. I know there are a lot of people that are out there that are. Props to them. There's a lot of intense plays and some pretty good clutches that come out of that. So have fun with it. I think that there could be some very fun moments in there, but I personally probably won't be playing it. So overall, I feel like the beta is doing very well. It's given us a real good taste for the game. I'm just unfortunate that there's such a grind to have happen instead of being able to just play the game. So I don't know how that's going to work out in the coming months or whatever. I do hope that on the beta session 2, when PC and Xbox come in, that they give a starting level of maybe like 20 or something like that, to give people an option for, putting on some attachments and stuff, and where they don't have to grind from 0, with everybody else probably being at the top. I don't know exactly what the top level is, but I'm sure there's a top level of like 40, 41. I haven't confirmed that. I'm not exactly sure, but I think there's a top level of 40, 41. Anywho, I appreciate y'all taking your time to watch this video. Tell me what you think about the beta down below. Are you playing it right now? Are you going to be playing it in the future? If that interests you in watching some gameplay or coming and saying hi to me, I do stream on Twitch every single day at 6:30 p.m. Would love to see your names in chat. But other than that, I think I'm going to get out of here. I did drop some merch yesterday, so if you wanted to get some merch for the channel, I know we're not quite there. We're still incorporating a community type aspect here. We're so close to 1,000 subs, so think about hitting that sub button, the like button. I'm just rambling on about all sorts of different stuff. All of it can be found down in the description down below. I appreciate your time watching this. Enjoy your freaking day. I'll see you in the next video. Deuces. Whatever.